So this whole week, Monday, Wednesday, today, I'm going to give you time to code. And we did this last week as well. I gave you like uninterrupted coding time. That's all you were doing. So by Sunday, I need you to make sure that you have finished navigation 1 and 2 by Sunday and turn in any of those assignments for navigation 1 and 2. If you start turning them in, any assignments from navigation 1 and 2 after Sunday, so Monday, you'll start losing points because of it's late. Okay. It's super, super late. I've been pretty lenient. I take late work, and most of the time I don't like take off points, but I'm going to start doing that. So you got to make sure that you're like somewhat near the pace that I want you to be at. Here's the pace I want you to be at. Navigation 1 and 2 need to be done by Sunday. 90% of you, you're fine. You're fine. You're good. You're even like navigation 1 and 2. I finished those last week. True. Just make sure you turn in all your assignments, and I haven't given you any zeros. So that's the first announcement. Second announcement, if you look at the modules, you will see like a ton of things here. Now, don't be alarmed that you have to do all of this. If you look at the due date, some are due Wednesday, some are due Tuesday, some are due today. So even from Wednesdays, you'll see that some are due today. My goal is for you to finish object detection today. If I give you the hour, will you finish object detection? The ones that I feel are 100% like harder are the repeat loops. The repeat loops, you start really coding in there, and you start really diving into some serious code because of the repeat and the smart block. Repeat and smart block are going to be your saviors. Instead of writing 30 lines of code, you end up writing like 5 lines of code. Or instead of writing like 50 lines of code, you end up writing like 10 lines of code. That's the whole point of repeats, loop, and smart block, is to lessen the amount of coding that you do. And hence you work faster and you're not tired of it. For those of you who turned in mission 3 and got a 0, it's because you're not using smart blocks. I need you to use smart blocks when you're coding 3. And even over here, when I'm asking for mission 2 of repeat loops, I'm looking for smart block and that you're using repeat. Same thing for mission 4. So mission 4, you're going to use smart blocks and loops, and it's worth 40 points. Just mission 4 itself, by itself, is worth 40 points. Okay. There's a total of 90 points based on the code that you're giving me, that you're going to give me, and it has to have smart blocks, and it has to have repeat repeat loops, I should say. Sorry. If you're having trouble understanding what smart blocks are, go back to navigation 2, levels 10, 11, and 12, I believe. I know 11 and 12. I'm not sure if it gets introduced in 10, but those smart blocks you're going to definitely use and be grateful for when you're doing repeat loops. If you are like, I'm already done with repeat loops, Miss Lamelli, I'm so done with those. Cool, go back, turn in the assignment. But if you look at your code and your code does not have smart blocks, do it again with smart blocks. If it's in the directions, if you do not give me smart blocks and repeat loops, you will not earn the point. If your code does not include smart blocks and repeat, you will not earn the points. But Miss Lamelli, I passed it and I got 100 on it. Fantastic. The point of that mission is for you to use smart blocks and use the repeat code, so your code is not 100 lines of code. You want to go short. Okay. Literally, for those of you who want to be, coders when you grow up and have a really nice job, your job interview might be like, okay, I want program this. And you're sitting next to another person who wants that same job, and you code it and you present a code that's 5 lines long that does the mission. And the person next to you who wants the same job presents the company with code that's 30 lines long, took them longer. It did do the mission. Who are they going to hire? They're going to hire the person who can write code in 5 lines, does the same job. The mission is completed, did it in 5 lines of code, spent less time doing it. Why? Because you're being more productive than the guy over there. Still did the code, still works, but he took longer and he took 30 lines of code. So those are little things that employers are looking for, like, okay, same mission for all of you. Who can do it faster and who can use less code? Because we don't want a lot of code. We don't want 30 lines of code or 100 lines of code because there's more room for error. If you write short, to the point, repeat repeat loops and smart code, and you make a mistake, it is easier to find those mistakes than writing super, 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 super long code. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, one last thing I want to go over. Is you have your first quiz, well, your second quiz, I guess. This one right here, first set of questions in the form of a quiz. So I told you about this last time I saw you. Basically, your quiz are from this, your engineering notebook. Literally, I took the questions that I've been asking you in your notebook and I just typed them out. Just type them out. What's a smart block? And you just have to type in your answers. So you have them in your notebook. I gave you these questions. We started doing these questions back February 23rd, February 26th, and then March 2nd. And then so you just have to type in your answers and I'll be grading this over the weekend. This quiz closes on Sunday. I mean, no, closes tomorrow, Saturday. So you only have today and tomorrow to complete this quiz. We have to finish navigation 2 first because part of the questions come from navigation 2. So after you finish navigation 2, make sure that you have the answer to the questions in your notebook. So instead of taking a picture of your notebook and me reading the answers in your notebook, you're going to fill it out via this little quiz. Okay. You can do those now in class. You can wait until tomorrow, but it is scheduled to close. It is scheduled to close tomorrow. First set of questions. It will not be available. It'll be available until tomorrow at midnight. So you have until today and tomorrow. If today and tomorrow it closes at midnight, it's due today, but I will have it open until tomorrow. After tomorrow, it will be closed forever. Okay. Any questions? No? All right, kids. I'm going to let you be free. Yeah, work on some coding. If you want to be part of a team, let me know. We still have some spaces available for you to join a team or create your own team. For those of you who are already participating in a team, get coding. Let's go. Code, 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 code away. Let me know if you need help, any questions, anything. I will be coding as well. I still haven't earned my 4th badge. I'm almost done with the repeat loops. I started working on those. It's only 2 more missions for the repeat loops. So I'm going and I'm doing the missions and I'm taking notes because if they're hard missions, I will give you more points for them. If it's pretty easy missions, just like change one number, it's not gonna be worth a lot. But I noticed that on repeat loops, they do get a lot harder as we go. So, they're gonna increase in value. Okay, so let's get working.